And today we are going to, touch on the new approach in meditation, which is we call Anapanasati, which is the mindfulness of the breathing. Okay, this particular sutra is written in the Majjhima Nikaya, okay, number 118, okay, in the middle length discourse of the Buddha. Okay, we will not go to the whole discourses today. In this 1 hour and 15 minutes, I want to spend maybe 30 minutes on the theory, on the scripture, and the rest we will actually do it together. So Anapanasati is the name of the sutra, which is translated in English as the mindfulness of breathing. Okay, the Buddha teach at least 2 sutra that he mentioned about how to develop mindfulness. Okay, the first sutra is called Mahasatipatthana Sutra. This is the talk about how to develop the 4 foundation of mindfulness. Okay, in this particular that we are going to talk today, that we are going to learn together today, it's focused on the breathing technique. Okay, it's called Anapanasati. Ana means breathing. Okay, Sati means mindfulness. So we mindful with our breath, in and out, in and out, in and out. And the text mentioned there are 16 steps. 16 steps in practice, breathing meditation in the text. Okay, but we are not going to cover all of them. 16. 16 come from what? Come from 4 groups. The first group is called the body. Second group is called the feeling. The third group is called mind, and the last group is called mind object. Okay, so there are 4 groups. So each group has 4 steps. That's why it's all together, coming down to 16 steps. And Luang Pi encourage you, okay, when you have time, you can go back and study this particular sutra and go through all 16 steps. Okay, because those who are master, okay, all 16 steps fluently, okay, eventually it leads them to attain arahantship as well. Okay, so all the technique that we practice, it will coming down to the stillness of the mind. Okay, and to me, the anapanasati is one of the most effective methods that people used back then to control the mind 100%, for the mind to be still. And why is that? Number one is simple. It doesn't cost anything. You don't have to prepare anything because we breathe in and out, So we just use the breathing as a tool to help us control the mind and to help us calm the mind down quickly. Okay. So what are those 4? The first one, body. Body mean what? When we breathe in and breathe out, we observe what happened in the body. Okay. Number 1 is simple, but 2, 3, and 4, this is advanced. It's not easy. Today we will focus on just number 1, so we can start practice right away. Okay. So observe the body when we breathe in short, breathe in long. What happened to the body? Okay, that's basically the first group of the anapanasati practice. The second group is feeling. What it mean by feeling? When we breathe in and when we breathe out, we observe. Are we happy or we unhappy? Okay, why we happy? Why we not happy? We observe that every breath that we take, okay, in and out, we know exactly. And the third one, the mind, the third group, which is the mind, this a little bit more difficult. This one, you not only know that, okay, when I breathe in, I am happy. When I breathe out, I am happy. But you are able to control your emotion, not to be happy, not to be sad. You can control the mind to be 100% still. Sometimes people, the mind is overwhelmed with sadness, with angriness. You don't know how to deal with that. But when you practice anapanasati long enough, you can control your mind to be still. Sadness, upset, or angriness, doesn't affect your mind. Okay, when you master it, in advanced level. And the last one, the mind object. Again, this is the most difficult one. Mind object mean what? Okay, sometimes they use the word Dhamma. Okay. Dhamma is a big word in Buddhism. It means everything. Everything is Dhamma. Okay. So when translated to English, sometimes they use the mind object. So to make it simple, the mind object means you reflect on the impermanent. We talked last night. When you breathe in, you're aware that this body is not you, it's conditioned, it's impermanent. So when you understand that every breath that you take, fully understand the nature of your own self, and then you can let go easily. You are liberated. Okay, so that's the purpose of practice Anapana Sati or mindfulness through the breathing. But today, like I said, we will focus on the first part, the first group, which is body. We will practice how to breathe and control the body through the breathing. Okay, but number 2, number 3, and number 4, not today. Okay, we practice later. As we know, the mind think all the time. It go out all the time. It like to go. It doesn't like to stay still inside the body. It doesn't like to stay still at one place for long. It always jump from one thought to another. Sometimes you don't even finish the first thinking. You go to another thinking already. And that's the nature of the mind. So in order for the mind to stay still inside, you require a lot of effort. We need some sort of structure to help us to bring the mind back and to keep the mind stay still. Okay, and this technique, is known as one of the most effective techniques to utilize your own breath to control the mind. My question to you is, how can you all of a sudden control your mind right away, to stop thinking bad, to stop worrying about things in the world, to stop being sad, to stop being mad right away? Thinking bad toward others is not good, but we tend to think that way all the time. So we need some tools. Okay, so this is the tool that we are going to explore today, utilizing the breath that we have. Okay, so the sutra start off with this paragraph by the Buddha. He said, "A monk who has gone to the forest, to the foot of trees, to an empty place, okay, sit down. You sit down. Sit down. How do you sit? Here, what he said: cross-legged, holding the back straight. Sit with your back straight. Arousing mindfulness. This is the keyword. Where? In front of him. That's it. No explanation." What do we learn from this paragraph? Okay, the Buddha is going to teach the monk how to practice mindfulness through the breathing, but he starts off with this paragraph. He said, "Guy, before I teach you, this is something you need to prepare. 3 things. First, you find quiet place. Okay, this is number 1. Forest, foot of tree, empty space, basically quiet place there is no noise like this. In the cave, go deeper in the wood. Okay, make sure there's nothing disturb you. Environment is important. Okay, you can sit anywhere, but find a secluded place. You can meditate more effectively. Second one, once you find such a place, you sit. He suggests to sit now, cross-legged, holding your back straight. You sit with your back and spine straight up. It helps you to sit as long as you want to, and you're not falling asleep. And when you sit with your cross-legged and your right hand on top of your left hand, with your left thumb touched against your right index, like this. This is help you when you fall asleep. Your finger will touch each other and it wake you up. That is why we do this. Okay, it's like when your body move, your fingers start touching each other, and now okay, I have to wake up. And arousing mindfulness in front of him. Okay, this is very tricky. Number 3, and many people misunderstanding about this sentence when they practice mindfulness of breathing. First one, okay, we sit, you find a quiet place. The second one about the sitting position. Okay, actually there are 4 postures you can practice. The first one, of course, the Buddha mentioned sitting. Sitting to me is the best because the body stands still. Okay, it sits firmly, it doesn't move. Okay, and the second posture, standing, is also one option. You can stand one place, face the direction that you feel comfortable. You stand and you practice breathe in and breathe out by standing. The third option, reclining, not lying down. You can sit against the wall, okay, or sit in the cushion with the back support. Okay? That's called reclining. Kind of allow your body to relax, okay, but not too loose. If you lying down, okay, you may lose consciousness within 5-10 minutes. It's too relaxed. And number 4, okay, last one, walking. You can walk and practice mindfulness of breathing as well. Okay, yesterday we practiced walking meditation. We keep the mind, or we pay attention to our feet, right? We lifting, we moving, and we dropping. So we try to maintain attention, when the body is moved, okay? With the feet up and the feet touch the ground. But here, with breathing meditation, you can apply when you walk as well. Instead of pay attention to the feet, you pay attention to the breathing. The question is, where? It's come to this one. Arousing mindfulness in front of him. That's what the Buddha said. In front of you. In front means what? Over there, or here, or here, between my eyes, or here at the pen. When practice mindfulness of breathing, do not following the breathe in and breathe out. This sentence confirms that. Okay, breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and breathe out, go in and go out. Sariputta explained this a little bit more. He said to keep your breath fixed at one point when you breathe. And what it means by in front of him, there are 3 places where your breath touch your nose before it go out or before it go in. Okay, the first one is here. The second one is here. And the third one is your lip. If you pay closely attention when you breathe out, before the breath go out, it touch somewhere in the nose area inside. Or at the nostril, either left or right, somewhere here. You can feel. This is the breath. And some people feel the breath touch the upper lips. Okay, you pick either one in these 3 places. Which one you feel like, okay, I know that now it's touched my upper lips or here. So you pay attention to that particular place. Arousing mindfulness in front of him, in front of you. That means you pay attention, okay, where the breath touch your nose. Okay, in these 3 areas, either one. The Buddha emphasized that you guys need to sit very back straight, because if you sit with your leg, your back bent like this, eventually you're gonna hurt yourself, and it will be hard, okay, to sit happily. You're gonna have a lot of pain. Okay, so this is better when you sit with your back straight. Your weight go evenly, it's spread evenly. So do your best. To me, I don't mind if you sit on the chair. I don't mind if you sit against the wall. Okay, but I recommend it if you can, you sit like this. Okay, like this. This is perfect. Okay. But our body is not the same. He can sit, we may not be able to sit like this. That's why, okay, if you have physical pain, and then it's gonna be very difficult for you to continue practice, and enjoy, calming your mind down. How can you do that if you have physical pain? Okay, that's why exercise is useful. Walking is useful. Stretching, yoga is useful. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, here's come to the important part. This is what the Buddha teach 4 steps in practice mindfulness in and out of breathing. The first one, he said, when breathing in long, I know, you know that you are breathing in long. Long mean what? Your long and my long may be different. So breathe in long, you know exactly. Exactly, this is my length of my breath. When you breathe in short, okay, the first one is long. The second one is short. When you breathe in and breathe out short, you know exactly I am breathing short and how short. Exactly. Okay. So the first 2, easy. Just prepare you to learn something more advanced. Just allowing you to get to know how you breathe, the rhythm, the length. Okay. In your whole life, have you ever spent 5 minutes just observe how you breathe? Many people don't. We breathe automatically. We never observe. But breathing and meditation always go together, whatever technique you use. Because breathing, meditation is about calming the mind down. And breathing has significant effect to help us calming the mind down, if you know how to utilize your breathing. Okay, so that is why this technique is very effective, okay, for many people. So the first two, okay, number one and number two, the Buddha wants us to explore. You spend time to explore yourself, how you breathe, how long of your breath, how short of your breath, and how do you feel when you breathe in, how do you feel when you breathe out. Some may spend 30 minutes practice just this, watching your breath. Some may spend 1 hour, some may spend 3 hours. Just do this. Breathe in and breathe out, short and long. You can try, you breathe in short, like you do it for 30 minutes. You feel something, you know something about yourself. And when you breathe long, breathe through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, or breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the nose, breathe in through the mouth, breathe out through the mouth. You experiment it. You know yourself more. You know how you feel. You know which one you like, which one you don't like. So spend time on this, maybe 5-10 minutes a day. Okay, just sit quietly, just do nothing, but just bring the attention back to your own breath. Okay, now I'm breathing long, now I'm breathing short. When you're comfortable with that, the Buddha suggests the next step, which is step number 3. He said, practice breathing in, experiencing the whole body. This is another keyword, experiencing the whole body. I practice breathing out, in and out, experiencing the whole body. Experiencing the whole body. What does it mean? Okay, breathing is equal body. This is the inner body. This is something new for us, for all of us. The Buddhist text mentioned clearly that we have the physical body, which is this one, and the inner body. And one meaning of the inner body is the breathing. Without the breathing, we die. So, and the technical term that they use in Pali is they call kaya sankhan. Kaya sankhan. Sankhan means condition, not mean thinking in this sense. Mean condition. So the breathing is considered as the inner body. So when we breathe in, when we breathe out, okay, we observe what happened inside the body. So basically, number 3 suggests us every time you breathe in and breathe out, whether it's short or whether it's long, not only you pay attention how short and how long, but you pay attention what happened to the whole body, what affect you. When you breathe in short, what happened? Your heartbeat, your blood pressure, your face, your feeling, what happened? And when you breathe longer, a little bit longer, and a little bit longer than that, what happened to your whole body? So now you explore, you use yourself as the lab to explore, how to control your physical body through the right breathing, in and out, short and long. So you know exactly. And 3 and 4 go together. Okay, 3 and 4. Practice breathing in, stilling the body motion. Practice breathing out, in and out, in stilling the body motion. What does it mean? Stilling the body motion. The ultimate goal of practice mindfulness in and out breathing is for us to 100% control, okay, the body and the mind. The body can be completely still, and you can also calm the mind out as well. Let's take a look at this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. In this 4 picture, 4 emotion, you think they breathe the same? When you meditate, when you get angry, when you are upset, when you are happy, your breathing is not the same in each situation in your life. Which one is more refined? Which one the breath should be slowed down? Number 1, right? When you meditate, when you relax, when you think of nothing, your breath tend to be normal. And when you in deep meditation, okay, the deeper you go, the lesser you feel about your breath. Sometimes you feel like I don't breathe at all. Your breath is more refined. You just don't aware that you are breathing. but you still breathing, but it's very refined. But what happened when you're getting mad? When you're getting mad, your heartbeat, go faster. Okay, your blood pressure, okay, getting higher. Your face turn red. Your hands hold together, ready to punch. or or when you get scared, you're ready to run. Your breath, if you observe in that particular moment, okay, you will be noticing that your breathing is not the same as the first position. Okay, you may be when you're getting mad, your breath is short and your heartbeat pump very fast. Boop, 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 boop. Your face turn red, your eyes turn red. Automatically, this is the body. My question to you is, how can you right away tone down that that heartbeat, that blood pressure, that face that turn red? How can you tone it down right away? Slow down that. Can you tell your heart to, hey, slow down, slow down the heartbeat? You cannot. The chemical, all the hormone and chemical in the blood, everywhere. When you're getting mad, when you're getting scared, adrenaline, dopamine, everything is everywhere. We cannot tell the body to slow down those actions. But the good news is we can control indirectly if you can control your breath. When you're getting mad, you remind yourself, hey, I'm not feeling good at this moment. So right away, you take a good deep breath 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times. After 60 times, then your heartbeat slow down. Your blood pressure slow down. Your face turn back to normal. Just control your breath. Otherwise, you have no way to control, your physical body as well as your mind. Same thing when you're upset. Okay, you may be noticing that your breath is not the same. But when you meditate, you feel, oh, where is my breath? It's gone. It's relaxed. It disappears. It's very light. But when you're getting mad or you're upset, it's heavily. When you breathe in, you very heavy. Your lung try to pump oxygen. Your heart try to beat, faster to send the blood to the whole muscle in the whole body. But we cannot just tell the heart to slow down. But we can control the breath. If you can control your breath, you start counting 1 to 10 before you say things. You start taking long breath for several times, and then your consciousness come back. You will deal with problem mindfully, wisely, peacefully. That's why people killing each other. When they have gun, when they're getting mad, they just shoot instead of take a deep breath. Then he may see another option to deal with the problem calmly. You cannot just standing there and listen to people yelling at you without doing nothing or without thinking anything. But instead of thinking something bad, just bring your consciousness back and take a good deep breath. Listen, but take a deep breath. When you take deep breath, your mind come back, your mindfulness come back. You will take different action. Okay? You will be more considerate. Same thing, when you upset, when you're happy, upset, the mind going down. Happy, the mind going up. Either up and down is not good. In the eyes of meditator, up and down is not good. The mind has to be stable. Stay still the minute you start until at the very end of your session. It should be like this. Just like water, stay still, not up and down. But when we meditate, there will be time that we encounter good experience. It's very hard for us to stop overjoyed. The mind is so still. I'm so peaceful. I want more of this, please. More. Then it disappears. And that is why you have to have ability to control your mind when it's joyful, which is the third, the mind, the third group of mindfulness of breathing. It's very difficult. When you win lotto, can you tell yourself not to jumping? How can you stay neutral because you just win, $100 million lotto? It's very hard. But when you upset, okay, your girlfriend left you, your mind is right there, down there. They kill themselves. They jump off the cliff, they jump off the roof, kill themselves because that lady don't love me no more. Is it good or bad? Bad decision. There are many people love you in the back. Your mom, your dad, your mom's brother. Don't kill yourself. Okay? If just one person on the planet don't love you, let her go. You have many choices in life. The point here is that the Buddha is guiding us how to control our breath. Because when you can control your breath, you can control your body to be calm as well. The mind can be calm, the body can be calm at the same time. This is the first step in practice, in and out breathing meditation, which we will practice today. So the first two, you just do nothing but observe. Now I'm breathing in short and breathing out short. Now I'm breathing in long and breathing out long. Now I'm breathing in short, but I'm breathing out long. Now I'm breathing in long, but I'm breathing out short. You just play with this all day long. Through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the mouth, out through the nose. See what happens. And then you will understand number 3 and number 4. What happened to your body when you're breathing in short, 5 minutes? What happened to your body when you're breathing in long for 5-10 minutes? Because once you get to know your own breath, once you get to know how to control it, okay, now you can control your mind. You cannot control the mind directly, but you can control the mind through the breath by bring attention to your own breathing. Okay, so next time you're getting mad, you can apply this technique right away. Do not think, but just stop. Just take a deep breath 3 times. If it's still not enough, 5 times, 10 times, and eventually, you will cool down yourself. You will calm down. You will step back, and then you will take a different approach to the problem in front of you. Okay, it's very effective. And in Thai, we have one vocabulary. To me, this word is so amazing. I don't know who invented it, but it means a lot of things. It makes a lot of sense when you practice meditation. It's called lom hai chai. Lom hai chai. Okay. English translate to what? To breath. What is meant by breath? Mean nothing. Breath is just breath. But this vocabulary in Thai mean, I think it has a very deep sense of meaning. The first one, lom mean breath. Okay. Hai mean disappear. Chai mean mind.
Wow. That's extraordinary.
Breath disappear in the mind. This is lom hai chai. So I try to figure out who come up with this word and why did they call this breath is lom hai chai? Why don't they just call breathe in and breathe out? But they call it lom hai chai. And I don't know how until I have a chance to learn the teaching of Long Pu Wat Pak Nam when he teach about the 7 base of the mind. He pinpointed that our mind is located at the center of the body. This is number 7 here. This is where the mind is located, or we can call the home of the mind. So if we understand this vocabulary, that means if someone following their breath in, eventually, if they pay close attention, they or he will be able to find his own mind, which is inside the body. That's amazing. So we can practice right now. Let's take a good deep breath. And before you breathe out, you hold it. Okay, hold it for a moment before you breathe out. Okay, sit with your back straight up. Okay. Don't worry about the number. Just pay close attention before you breathe out. Okay, just breathe in deeply, as deep as you can. Just use your feeling. So breathe in deeply. And breathe out slowly. And breathe in deeply. Breathe out slowly. This time, take as deep as you can, but pay attention. Okay, at the turning point of the breathing in and breathing out. Okay. Did you notice something? There's some place inside your body, right, where the breathing in and breathing out meet each other. That's called the turning point, and that turning point is number 7 in the picture. And this is called the center of the body. So we will elaborate more about the significance of the center of the body when we learn about Dhammakaya meditation. But at this moment, I just want to pinpoint to you that our breathing has some relation to the mind. We cannot manipulate the mind right away, but we can manipulate or control the mind through the control of the breathing. And that's a good news. Okay? If you want to be the mind to be still, you can't just tell the mind to stop thinking or stop worrying, stop sad, stop being sad. But you can tell yourself that I'm going to pay attention to my breath only. And eventually the mind come to the standstill. Okay? This technique is very effective. Okay. Where did you find detail about how to practice mindfulness of the breathing? It's in this book, okay? The Path of Purification. It mentioned clearly of how to do it, of the 16 steps of mindfulness practice of Anapana Sati. Okay, and here it teaches us how to calm the mind down through the breathing. There are 8 steps of practice, but we will practice only the first one. Okay, the first one. What is the first one? The first one is called counting. The path of purification, or the Pali called Visuddhimagga. Okay, it's composed by Venerable Puttakosajan. Okay, the Buddhist scholar back then. So this 8 steps, okay, counting, following, contact, fixing, observing, turning away, purification, okay, and the last one is retrospection. Okay, retrospection. We will focus on the first one, and then we will actually do it together. Okay, this is how to do it. I give you 2 techniques. The first one is counting, okay, this one, counting. And how do we count? Here, there are 2 techniques. The first one is slow, and the second is fast. Okay, you can practice and adapt to yourself. Okay, what it mean by counting slow? Okay, you don't just count 1 to 100 and you get lost. Okay, after 2 minutes, where am I at? Where was the last one? So you have to start again. Okay, so this is the technique mentioned in the books. Okay, is you use number 1 to number 5. Okay, and go up to 10 and come back again. You breathe in like this, 1. Breathe out, 1. But where do you keep your mind? Here. Don't following it in and out. Keep it here. Okay. 1. I know this is 1 now. 1 out. Okay, this is 1 out. Okay. 2 in, 2 out here. 3 in, 3 out. 4 in, 4 out. 5 in, 5 out. And then go to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then 8, and then 9, and then 10, and then come back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so keep on this cycle, but go slow. Go slow means as slow as you can. Okay, meditation there is no rush. Okay, your goal is not to hit 100 fast. Your goal is to go slow and observe your breath and bring attention to your breathing. Okay, 1 out, 2 in, 2 out, just like this until you hit 5, and then start 1 to 6. When you hit 6, start 1 to 7, 1 to 8, 1 to 9, 1 to 10, and 1 to 5 again. Okay, so I challenge you, if you can finish one cycle without a mistake, you're a very mindful person. It looks simple, but it needs practice. Okay, the second technique of counting is a little bit faster. Okay, you go 1 to 5 and 1 to 6, 1 to 7, 1 to 8, 1 to 9, 1 to 10, and 1 to 5 again. By doing this, okay, 1, 2. We don't count in and out. We know this is 1 when it touches. 3, 4, 5, okay, like this, until you hit 10, and come back 1 to 5 again. So practice these two techniques in terms of counting of your breath, okay, and observe it. You can practice, this technique all day long. Can be 10 minutes, can be 30 minutes, can be 1 hour, can be 3 hours, because eventually your mind gonna slip away. It will, but if you can continue doing this for one row, 2 row, I'm sorry, 1 round, 2 round, 3 round, without the mind slip away, you most likely, you're very mindful. And when you can do that, you can control your mind to stay with your breath all the time, whenever you want, any place you want. And when you sit and close your eye, your mind will not go anywhere. It come back to the center.
If you, let's say, you go to 1 to 5, and after 1
You forget.
to 6, and after you forget, you come back to 1 to 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's better.
Trying to be
Yes.
to do all the round.
Yes. No rush.
In one.
No rush. We don't try to achieve the number. We try to achieve mindfulness. Okay. So let's say you almost 10, and then you forgot. Happy for you. You have a chance to start over again. So you start building, slowly building up your mindfulness. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. No rush. Okay. So okay, this is the last advice. Okay. Keep in mind consciousness and comfort. Don't forget what the Buddha teach and in the first paragraph. Okay, we find a quiet place. This is the place that we have. Second, sit properly. If you can sit cross-legged, back straight, perfect. If you cannot, okay, sit on the chair. Okay. If you wanna sit against the wall, no problem. You know your body. Once you have that, okay, physical comfort, and then you focus on your breath, every breath that you take, whether short or whether long, 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, 1 or 1 2, up to you. You work on that aspect. Okay, so with that, I'm done.